There is a secret door at every major airport in America. It's not hidden, but it's invisible to most of us. It's a shortcut that lets pilots and flight attendants bypass the rigorous security we all go through. What if the very people with special clearance to bypass security are the ones running a massive, multi-million-dollar criminal enterprise right under everyone's noses? Today, we're diving into the story of 4 New York-based flight attendants who did just that. For nearly a decade, they were smuggling an estimated $8 million in drug money out of the country. So how did they pull this off for so long? The answer lies in a 3-letter acronym, KCM, the Known Crewmember program. Established back in 2011, KCM was designed to make life easier for pilots and flight attendants. The idea was simple. These are vetted, trusted professionals, so let's give them an expedited security lane to bypass the long lines and rigorous screening that the rest of us go through. For a criminal organization looking to move millions in cash from narcotic sales, including fentanyl, this was a welcoming feature. The federal complaint put it bluntly, stating that KCM privileges allow flight attendants to bypass airport security with large quantities of cash without that cash being seized. The money laundering organization didn't need to invent some high-tech way to hide money, they just needed to find insiders willing to sell their access. And they found them. Meet the crew. Charlie Hernandez, Sarah Valerio Pujols, Emmanuel Torres, and Jerol Fabio. Working for different international airlines, they allegedly became the go-to couriers for moving cash from New York's JFK airport to the Dominican Republic. For a fee, around $1,000 to $2,000 for every $60,000 smuggled, they would take bags of cash, stroll through the KCM lane, and hop on a flight. They even had their own code words. The cash was lotions, the drugs were stuff, and their drug-dealing clients were Los Tigres, the Tigers. So with such a perfect loophole, how did this all come crashing down? It wasn't a random bag check or a lucky break at a security checkpoint. This decade-long conspiracy was unraveled by classic, old-school police work. The investigation, led by Homeland Security Investigations and NYPD, got its big break around October 2021. A key operator in the money laundering ring, identified as Cooperating Witness 1, was arrested and decided to cooperate, effectively selling out his careers. With an insider on their team, investigators went on the offensive. They launched a series of sting operations, giving the flight attendants law enforcement funds that were disguised as drug money. The crew took the bait, smuggling the cash just like they always did, and delivered it to another cooperating witness in the Dominican Republic. This gave prosecutors undeniable first-hand evidence. The game was up. Faced with an airtight case, all 4 flight attendants pleaded guilty in the summer of 2024 for operating an unlicensed money transmission business. They subsequently faced sentencing in late 2024 and early 2025, where each was subject to a maximum of 5 years in prison. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams didn't mince words, saying these 4 flight attendants abused their privileges as flight attendants to move money for drug traffickers. These guilty pleas show that the sky is not the limit when it comes to law enforcement's reach. But the fallout from this case goes way beyond the courtroom. HSI Special Agent in Charge Ivan Arveo said the investigation exposed critical vulnerabilities in the airline security industry. And he was right. This case, along with other incidents of crew members trying to smuggle guns and drugs, was the final nail in the coffin for the KCM program. The TSA has announced that by November 2025, KCM will completely be gone. It's being replaced by a new system called the Crew Member Access Point, or CMAP. The new philosophy is a total 180. It moves away from a system based on trust to one based on verification. CMAP will likely require things like passport validation and biometric checks like fingerprints to make sure the person using the credential is who they say they are. The Association of Flight Attendants even put out a statement reminding its members that crew member expedited screening is a privilege, not a right. So what do you think? Does the end of the KCM program and the start of a more verification-based system make you feel safer when you fly? Or does the fact that this went on for so long make you more worried? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.